Okay, and that's the basic operation of that.
You're going to show them the bevel, the angle,
For
the plate on the back, so bring the head up or down.
yes, I will. I'll show you that. And the next one we're going to go over is the triple chip. The triple chip is very similar to the alternating, but you switch this first switch to high-low, which is all the way to the right. You take the second switch down up to the up position like you had it for straight. And then basically that's the setup. Now I'm going to move this up a little more just to make sure. It'll always, this machine always starts with the first grind if it's an alternating or triple chip on the head on the inside. So you can see the head went right over. So I come down. Now if I was setting this up to grind, I would bring it over to the tooth. This is the first tooth is the triple chip tooth that it's going to grind. So you're grinding the inside chamfer on the triple chip. The way you set that is you stop it over the tooth, you use your in-feed knob to bring it down and touch off on that corner. Once you've touched off, then you hit forward. It'll go to the center position. It'll come back over the tooth, stop. Now this one is set by this ring, the bottom ring, on your liftoff stack. When you, normally I've got it stopped over the tooth, but I can't adjust it. There's pressure on it. So to adjust it where it's touching the top of the triple chip, you hit the jog down. Now I can move that and adjust it. Only do it about 1/8 of an inch turn. Not 1/8 of a turn, but 1/8 of an inch. Just a little turn to bring it down to touch. Then you can test it. You turn this up. You'll see where you're at. If you need to go more, you adjust it a little more. You go back and forth until you get it touching where you want it. Using the jog switch. And the third ring on the stack here. Once you're happy with that, you hit forward again. Now it'll come out towards you and grind that chamfer. You've already set that chamfer on the inside. Now, what it just did is it indexed forward. Now it's doing the raker tooth. To set the raker tooth, you adjust the second ring up or down. Okay? So that's for the raker. That's for the triple chip flat. And this is for the end feed of the chamfer. Once you've got all three set, then you put it into forward. It'll index and grind. And now that once you've verified that it's good, you can turn your speed up a little bit. Just remember, you want to make sure the head gets all the way over. Now that's your triple chip. All right, now I want to talk about the angle. Okay, so one of the adjustments you're going to do with the triple chip to make sure your chamfers are hitting both corners the same is you have to center that saw with the wheel. This is the dial for that. You move it in or out. So when you bring in and touch the inner chamfer, and then it comes out and grinds on the outer chamfer, you want to listen for that to make sure they're hitting the same amount. If they're hitting one harder than the other, then you need to adjust this either in or out to move the center of the saw back and forth in relationship to the wheel. So just make sure you keep that in mind. The other thing is the angle of the tooth. All you do is similar, it's the same knob as you use for the saw lift. Up and down is saw lift, right or left is to lift the head. So if I go to the left, it goes up, and the angle increases to the tooth. If I go down, the angle decreases to the tooth. There's a graduation right here you can read it off of. And then if you go all the way, that's when you get your facing, and then you have a separate graduation here for facing. So that should cover the basics of the W150 operation. If you have any questions, give us a call. Thank you.